people.
Good to see you, my friend.
It's a pleasure. How
It's
you
good
doing?
to see you.
Sí.
It's been a while.
¿Estás listo?
Yeah, I like your glasses. Me gusta
You like
su
it?
llave.
¿Te gusta?
Su anteojos.
Sí, anteojos.
De
Sí.
sol.
Bien. ¿Cómo estás?
How are you? Good?
Sí, ¿qué está pasando? What is happening?
¿Qué está pasando?
Update me, por favor.
Oh, muchos tratos en las calles.
¿Sí?
Voy a ver un trato en un pueblo holística.
¿Verdad?
Sí, sí.
Wow.
Sí.
Bien.
Sí, con Agnes Sapos y Bea.
Ok.
Con mi secretaria Bea
Sí.
y Efa Agnes.
Ah, I see.
Airbnb, and it worked really well. Everybody's really happy. Those houses are booked all the time.
Those are your houses still,
No,
or
no,
you sold them?
One of them. is me.
You keep
Yeah, I keep
one
one.
per project.
And then we started with Monica's places after these
Las
houses.
Amicas.
Las Hamacas.
Sí.
And then the one right behind it, it's called Palmeras.
Parameres.
Palmeras. These streets,
This-
we're gonna open the streets. And then we're gonna do another 14 apartments here.
You've got plans to do apartments here.
Yeah, the second stage of Ahal.
AHAL.
Which means awakenings in Maya. So more or less, our lot starts from here.
You break one, it takes about 12 months.
Vea, ¿qué crees? Sí.
Todo bien, lo apruebo,
¿La prueba?
lo compro.
Sí.
We could stretch. So over here, while we're still in La Valletta, we see a tienda over there that is locally ran. And then over here, some Airbnbs. We don't have any of the really nice hotels here yet, probably because they just cut this road. But in about a year, it's going to be different. This will be a main strip going to the beach, and we'll probably see a lot of high-rise.
Aquí es.
We'll probably see a lot of high-rise restaurants and storefronts and attractions. Down here, you'll see this. This is how they cut the roads. So they take the tractors and they go right through the jungle and create avenidas, calles, or streets different from these streets which have already been paved. So they're creating this little grid system in La Valletta to turn it into its own little neighborhood. It's away, this is very important to know, it's not in the beach district. We're like, what, Mindy, 3 kilometers from the beach? 3 kilometers from the beach in the jungle, but we're off of that main strip right there, Pueblo, where all the nightlife is.
Ya.
So this is definitely the place to be. I like it the best.
You can get internet.
The fiber optics it's going
Yeah,
to take less than 2 or 3 months.
Oh, really?
Yes, so it's
Oh, that's cool.
Está bien.
So if you're gonna have fiber optic, then I mean, right now, if somebody wants to rent, I think that's the first thing that they ask from you. Not even how far from the ocean.
Wi-Fi?
They
They
ask you if you have
access
Wi-Fi.
water.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have. Do you have Wi-Fi? I don't have water, but you have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, because you know,
necesitan Wi-Fi.
casi todo el mundo puede trabajar ya
Sí,
desde
sí,
Mina,
sí,
así
sí.
que si
Yo-
tienes internet ya tienes todo.
Y aquí abre todo y cierra.
Ah.
Cierra y se abre todo.
Wow.
So Mindy, this is a terrace.
This is the terrace.
This is a terrace. There's gonna be a big window. This is a terrace.
Whoa.
And then I'm pretty sure that that's like a hot tub, no?
Which one over there?
It's a hot
Oh,
tub.
that's awesome.
It's not a hot tub, but it's a little pool. No?
Plunge pool. You don't need hot tubs in the room.
No, no, no.
You have water, hot water if you want it, but it's not the.
gonna be hot. Come in July.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have the sprinklers or whatever.
So
The pressure.
Pressure.
where you have that beautiful deck. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Ah, es lindo.
it's better.
Yeah.
He's got all his veneer down there too. That's the stone for the siding.
Oh, this is a stone.
Mindy, look. This is being done by a developer. This is obviously a smaller developer. That's not by any means, you know, jaw-dropping compared to some of the other stuff that they're building out here. But this is done by a developer. It looks like those are going to be studios. They're really small, with an opportunity for small windows and studio apartments. Those go long-term. So there is like a long-term rental market here. It's not all short-term Airbnbs. And what Geraldo was telling us yesterday is La Valletta and Holistica is more of the neighborhood for the long-term tenants and the people that want to live here. They want to bring their families here and live here and create a life out here in Mexico. Over here is a gated community. A lot of gated communities, and right there it's Nuevo Construction. Construction Nuevo. Construcción.
It's very nice, actually.
¿Cómo se dice construction? Proyecto. Proyecto Nuevo.
Construcción. Bueno, proyecto es projects.
Proyecto Nuevo.
Proyecto.
Para allí.
Sí.
Y
Aquí.
al lado un cafecito.
Sí.
See, so the people come here and they come to this neighborhood and they can live here. They don't have to leave here. They don't have to go through Pueblo Tulum to have a party or go to a breakfast or whatever they want to do. And they're still only 3 kilometers from the beach. Now it's connected by a single street. So there's no detours. And they're going to cut 9 more inlets from this street, Cucuclan, into La Valletta. And you already caught some B-roll earlier, so you'll probably clip in.
Está bueno ese. Pues verdad, está bueno.
I'm gonna sit down just for me. Because I'll be like,
Yeah.
Vámonos.
Hello.
Huellitos.
Welcome to El Show. Okay. Go ahead, Ax.
Estamos
So
aquí.
Geraldo,
Estamos aquí. Hola.
how do you structure your deals when somebody wants to buy one of your properties in which they get the best value? It's different here in Mexico with the new construction and building on spec than it is in the States.
Absolutely. What we have been doing, there's several ways of doing it, because there's first of all the pre-sales, you know, when there's nothing in the ground still, and there's just renderings and a brochure or whatever. No? Then we have a special price for those units. We give a special discount, and we ask for a 35% up front, and then we ask since we gave them a really good price, we ask for more money during the
Construction.
construction time.
And you use this I'm asking a question here, to bridge your construction. So the capital that you receive
Yes.
goes to payroll,
Yeah,
and that's your incentive.
We almost all the time buy the project and the land. It's ours, and then we have some cash for construction. No? But we do, for example, for a 14-unit apartments, we sell like 4 to friends and family on a great discount, and then from there we offer the prices and everything. No? But that's
Understood.
how
So
we-
there's friends and family comes first, and then pre-sale,
exactly.
and then as you develop the phases of the project, the price goes
Comes
up.
It goes up.
And that's why at AHAL, if you buy today in pre-sale, like overnight, you're going to see a 30% increase because you're in charge of the increase.
Absolutely.
You raise your prices as you go.
Exactly.
So it's really good. The best way to do this is to buy pre-sale, in which you like take on a bunch of risk of the developer could not complete the project.
Exactly.
All sorts of things could go
But
wrong.
it's easier for us because we show them what we have done in the area and what we. We're not a promise anymore. It was really hard for us
In the
at the
beginning.
beginning.
To pitch.
Not now, because we show them what we have done and they get more comfortable.
So
Yeah,
what?
but it's also important
Entiendo.
if you choose any kind of developer, I mean talking about you or any other, if they invest first in the land, so if they have already the title for the land,
Yeah.
it also gives you a bigger security
Right.
than other projects where they have nothing to show, you know?
We
So you
call
need
that-
to make sure that they have the title on the land and all the permits that you need to have in order to
invest.
actually build.
We call that skin in the game. So you need to check, what you need to do is you need to find a professional broker who then networks with developers,
Exactly.
and then you need to figure out how much skin in the game the developer has, so if things start to go wrong, it would be worse for him to walk than to complete the project. And that's just kind of like on the investment side, which you've done plenty of as well. You guys
Yeah.
are all doing
For
it
example,
together.
Ajal, which it has a lot of bands, I think like a 60% of bands.
Yeah.
So it's the risk is not so big. No? It's not like a
Unlike the US, it sounds like the city stays out of people's business here, so they're not constantly slowing down developers. It's much more lucrative.
Oh, they try to, but if you're doing the right thing from the
things
start,
right.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then we have, like everywhere. I think everywhere in the world, you need to know the right people and because they come from everywhere. You come from labor, construction,
It's a big operation.
municipalities. There's like 5 people checking out what you are doing and asking for permits for a lot of things.
When you look back
We're-
at your 17 years doing this, you know, like up here at AHL, it's like crazy, like how far you've come
Yeah.
from the beginning, trying to like
It's-
hustle
this is- this is-
for
this-
advances
this
to
whole
now you
thing,
run.
It took me like 3 years of my life and a little
was so
more,
worth
and I
it.
said, wow, this is. I walk in the places and I say, wow. I remember when I walk and it was all jungle, and you said, wow, we've done a lot in 3 years. In this
You did a
whole-
lot in 3 years.
Yeah.
But it's nice though that
I
you
look back
still
at-
conserve the jungles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look back at my 3 years, it looks nothing like this, but maybe 3 more years from
3
now.
more years
we'll see
from
some-
now.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think it's slower in the US, no, for everything. Like
Everything's slower, yeah.
that.
So anyways, mañana podemos nadar aquí o no?
Sí,
¿Sí?
de 1 a 2.
Haciendo tratos en las calles con Geraldo y Agnes.
Sí,
Sí, estoy feliz.
yo también.
Estoy feliz
Sí,
para estar aquí.
igual,
Sí, sí, sí.
igual.
Eres feliz.
Sí.
Eres feliz
Sí.
para estar aquí
Sí,
conmigo.
sí,
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 sí.
sí.
Ya Ya
Uh-huh.
nuestros
Mhm.
vamos
Uh-huh.
para los cócteles
Ah.
a tomar algo
Sí.
y hablamos juntos. With any new city, especially in an emerging country that's coming up economically, what's needed in place is the infrastructure to support the tourism. So when COVID gave Tulum a massive influx of Americans coming into Tulum, and the popularity of the city grew because of the beaches and Travelocity and all these other publications that started talking about it, the biggest problem was traffic. It took, back in January, it took sometimes 2 hours for people to get from Pueblo or La Valletta, the areas that people like to stay in, to the beach, because you would have to drive all the way down Pueblo, which is kind of a chaotic area that certain people would like to stay out of. It's fun, there's a lot of restaurants and bars, but there's also a lot of parties. And then you would have to take a right on Beach Road, and Beach Road would be backed all the way up, and it would just be very hard to get down Beach Road to the beach. So what they did was they just cut a brand new road called Avenida Cucucan through a different section. They cut it through the other side of Tulum. And the interesting thing about it is it connects directly to a neighborhood that we were in the other day talking to Geraldo, La Valletta, Holistica. These are the yoga retreat neighborhoods, or the more practical places to stay. You can either stay down in the beach zone for like $5,000 a night, no joke, or you can get a nice Airbnb out in La Valletta for $300 to $500 per night. So it's still expensive. But what it did is it connected that second affluent area of Tulum to the beach through its own exclusive roadway. So what they're saying now is that anything connected off of this street, the values have already, you know, it's only been a few days. This road's brand new, but the values will increase throughout the year. Also, another thing I'm thinking is, like, right now, if you look around, it's just like all jungle. Like, there's nothing here. It's a dirt road, it's a bumpy ride, it's very uncomfortable. They're gonna start developing this street. I don't think that this is gonna be a good area to buy real estate, residential real estate, because it's gonna become more of like a storefront type, food truck type, like the other beachfront district. So the idea would be now to target, they're gonna do 9 different inlets off of Cucucan into residential neighborhoods. So if you can find neighborhoods off of these inlets, and not all of these neighborhoods are already developed. I mean, we just drove through some of them are very underdeveloped, no Wi-Fi, you know, limited water access, things like that. If you can find the real estate off of this Cucucan area, I think you'll do very well. So currently, you know, we just had a conversation yesterday, or we met a developer in Holistica, and we were talking about possibly doing a deal out there. I think it's going to be a really exclusive neighborhood to get into. Luckily, myself and Geraldo hit it off. I think the terms of the deal are going to be good. He's looking for somebody to bridge his construction. So they're going to issue a deposit prior to the job being done. That's going to help him carry his payroll, buy material, things like that. And in that case, he's going to give it to me for a much better price, a highly discounted price. So we're talking about possibly doing that. It's like a deal of a lifetime. Yeah, it's like a deal of a lifetime, because keep in mind, I'm bridging his construction for the unit.
Yeah, he's a cool guy too.
Yeah, Geraldo's a cool guy too.
Yeah.
I hope to spend a lot of time with Geraldo.
Yeah.
And last thing is, like, now I'm starting to see a little bit bigger of a picture out here. And the Airbnb idea is cool, but after talking to Geraldo, I think I want to flip the B&Bs. I want to buy them cheap now, sell them in 5 years after Tulum has fully emerged as the destination that it already is. And then I want to buy a plot of land, find some developers, and I want to build my own condos out here.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
think that's
idea.
what, or maybe not here, maybe Santo Domingo, maybe somewhere else. But I like what they're doing. They buy the land for, you know, if the Airbnbers and the friends and families get in, he said the ROI right off the rip is like 30% ROI. If you're one of the risk takers that actually builds the condos, he told me the ROI is like 200%. So you're gonna make 200% of the cash that you put in.
Wow.
If you're the developer out
That's
here.
a lot. Yeah,
But you're also the developer out in Tulum, Mexico.
It's pretty cool.
You know, having to source labor,
Yeah,
run
yeah.
jobs. It's important to know how to speak Spanish out here. Like, Mendy, I'm not
Way
lying.
better.
So you can go down to the tourist sections and speak English and do fine, but if you want to be out in the town and you want to be like doing deals and meeting people, it's very important to learn how to speak Spanish. Hablamos con mi amigos Mendy
Sí.
Montero,
Sí.
y Bea, Agnes,
Y Alba.
Diego,
Sí.
Alba. Sí,
Sí.
sí. Pablito.
Oh, we haven't seen
Pablito en
Pablo yet.
calle de playa.
Sí, sí.
Cómodo
Sí.
a la derecha.
Bien,
Bien, gracias.
bien,
Ok, terminar.
Ya.
Terminarlo.
bien.
Finito.
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 Bien.
Finito. Terminarlo.
Sí.
Gracias. Oh,
Okay.
this is a nice one right there too.
Dilo, adiós.
See, like little Miami. Un poco Miami.
Es verdad. It looks like Miami.
Poquito Miami.
Es verdad.
Poquito Miami, pero proyectos es muy barato. Está bien.
Sí.
Sí.
Bueno, adiós.
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 Yeah, look, I'm in line with the stars, I'm in sync with the earth. 10 toes deep, flower child from the turf. I never switch sides, like even when I die, I'ma ride for the squad, let our ties in the hearse. I've been on a vibe, kinda hard to describe. I'm in between, I'm good and it's fine, but I'm tired of the grind. Then I come alive in the night to realize I'm in the middle of the time of my life. I never so packed for the stack, never lied on the rap. Got a bag from the way that I write it. Queen looking Tyson, through that I survived, doing 80 to the house. Then I hit her to the sky, changed haters on a tirade. Talking to their crib in the face, be still, let that hate stuff fade. We all want the same, we all want a meal in the safe. I wanna live like I'm trying to reach enlightenment. Trail spill from my lips, feel big from the bib. Take a sip till I pass out. Try and get grit, but it don't make sense. Cause you can lose life on this fast route. Yeah, turn thoughts to a cash cow. I might flip that to the glass house. I don't need the accolades, I'm in love with the chase. I just wanna eat, save a spot at the table. Beast with the slap, pin myself on the map. You long with the wind, but we knowing that it's cap. 5-hour flights, couple nights at the flat. To be real, couldn't see me making moves while I'm at.